Miss Qingque has restored more parts of the record? Let's check them out now. Hopefully we'll find out the reason why Igor came to the Xianzhou.
Lynx, look! He and Luca are here. This jade abacus is too severely damaged. Even with my best efforts, I can only restore a small part of the record.
What we're about to watch should be the last of the records.
Igor Haft is a hero of Eurolo 6, yet we know so little about his life. This information we've discovered can help us know him better.
Are you guys ready? I'm going to play it.
Go ahead, Miss Qingque.
Igor, a flicker of sorrow appears fleetingly in my empathy module after listening to your speech. Even the coolant is unable to put out this flame of melancholy.
So, will you deploy your army to take over the collapsing market, Mr. Abraham?
Oh, I'm sorry to say that I won't. Every business decision has to be reached based on rational consideration. Your homeworld only contributes 0.005% of the logistical capacity required by the Building Material Logistics Department. In terms of the resource allocation of the traditional project department, its share is infinitesimal.
Mr. Abraham, that infinitesimal share you mentioned is my everything.
You can try your luck on the Lawfu of the Xianzhou Alliance, where the Luminary War Dance is currently held. The people of Xianzhou have always prided themselves on their benevolence, and they have aided many planets ravaged by the denizens of abundance. Perhaps they might lend you a helping hand? However, my child, I must remind you that the Xianzhou martial contests are much more than simple cyberboxing. You turned down the prizes and rewards you could have had just to talk to me for 10 minutes. Please at least take my sincerest wishes with you when you leave.
Miss Qingque, are you alright?
I'm fine. I just feel a bit blue after watching it.
Hey, it happened a long time ago.
You're right. Qingque, don't be sad. It's just history.
But the fact that it's history makes it even sadder. Igor grasped at every tiny sliver of hope for someone to rescue his home world. When the name Xianzhou Alliance was mentioned, I imagined things unfolding like this. The Cloud Knights went to Eurilo 6 as reinforcements and eliminated the Ruin Legion, and the people of Eurilo 6 emerged from the crisis. Even without the records of what happened afterward, we know very well that things did not pan out that way. Igor's last hope, the Cienjo Alliance, did not come to his world's rescue. All his efforts were in vain.
No, Miss Qingque. He didn't fail. Igor Haft later returned to Eurilo 6 and fought against the Antimatter Legion on the front line. He, along with many others like him, preserved the desolate city of Belobog with their flesh and blood. The fact that I can participate in the war dance to fight for my home today shows that he didn't fail. Those who sacrificed their lives 700 years ago didn't fail either.
You're right. If Igor could see how impressive you are on the war dance stage, he would definitely be very proud.
It's a pity we don't know how Igor performed at the war dance back then.
I went to the repository the other day and did some digging. 700 years ago was not too long ago, but it was a turbulent era. The aftermath of the Second Denizens of Abundance War still lingered, and the sedition of Imbibador Lune soon followed. I couldn't even find a complete list of contestants, and I didn't see Igor's name anywhere.
It's okay. Even though this ancient legend is no longer known, I can still create a new legend myself. With my fist, I'll rewrite Igor's story in the War Dance's ring. Just you wait and see.
Yeah, we look forward to it.
Can't wait.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, dead!
Fearless knows not fear! I want you!
Oh, I get it!
Recalibrating.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Forever triumph! Victory is inevitable!
Set the seas ablaze!
Everything in this world is bleeding. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, dead!
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Never hesitate!
Repay!
Try harder.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Nothing major.
Blade of moonlight. In lunar flame.
Failed to send you. Too little. Savor it for me.
Fight to live!
The dead return! Savor it for me.
In lunar flame.
Failed to send you.
Until everything burns to ashes!
The dead return! Savor it for me. Bloom. Repay.
In lunar flame.
Let's improvise.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Together as one. I think something bit me. Set the seas ablaze!
Let the show begin!
Fight to live!
Dreams do come true.
Human creations!
Attack!
Let's improvise.
Deep breath!
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Together as one. Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live!
catch up. Let's improvise.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Let the show begin!
Set the seas ablaze! Gotta stop bleeding. Attack detected. Together as one. Fight to live! Human creations!
Dreams do come true.
Deep breath! Until everything burns to ashes! Finally! Some recognition for training my butt off!
Type 4. Activate!
Let the show begin! Let's improvise.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Converge and awaken! Attack detected!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Together as one.
Feel the same.
Bad luck. Human creations. Today me is even more awesome than yesterday me. I'm all grown up. My real journey starts now. No.
I will protect old beauty!
Time to twirl! Mere pawn.
Wretched and fleeting!
Time to twirl!
I will protect old beauty!
Time to twirl! This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! Time to suffer.
I will protect old beauty!
Time to twirl! This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Time to twirl! Time to suffer.
I will protect Old Beauty!
Time to twirl! This big diamond, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
Beauty is eternal! Get them! I will protect Old Beauty!
Time to twirl! This big diamond, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
Sets the seas aflame! Time to suffer.
Prayers won't help you.
Flesh. I will protect Old Beauty!
Fight to live! Time to twirl! Protect! Until everything burns to ashes! Time to suffer. This big diamond, it's all yours! Sets the seas aflame! Time to suffer. Recalibrating. Attack detected.
I will protect Old Beauty!
Time to twirl.
Get them! Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all! I will protect Old Beauty!
Time to twirl. This big diamond, it's all yours. Time to twirl.
Wretched and fleeting!
Time to twirl. Time to suffer. Fight to live.
I will protect Old Beauty!
Time to twirl. This big diamond, it's all yours.
Get them! The beauty is eternal!
Time to suffer.
The redemption.
Attack detected!
Judgment is here.
Wretched and fleeting!
For your sins.
Get them! Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! A mere pawn.
I will protect Old Beauty!
This big diamond, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all! I will protect Old Beauty!
Time to twirl! Sets the seas aflame! Time to twirl!
I will protect Old Beauty!
It's not over!
After fighting in so many knockout stages, I think our points should be enough. Time to head to the Sky Splitter's leaderboard to confirm her ranking.
looks like I've got enough points. How about it, coach? Let's get ready to challenge some powerful opponents. Okay, time to get fired up. Let's head back to the lounge. After this match, I'll be up against Yan Qing in the Ringmaster's Challenge. I thought I'd be really nervous, but I don't have the jitters at all. To say I'm not nervous at all isn't accurate. How should I put it? I'm unusually calm.
I get you. I felt the same way for my 75th round of interviews with Interastral Peace Entertainment.
75 rounds? See? It's fortunate we didn't join the IPC system. Now we don't have to endure this misery.
Let's not dwell on that. How about we check out your next opponent?
Independent contestant. Iron Arm? Why so mysterious?
This contestant is quite mysterious. I looked him up and found out that he always wore a heavy cloak in his previous matches, so his face was concealed. Perhaps he asked the organizers to hide his real identity.
Ooh, so mysterious! But it doesn't matter, because now I'm gonna step into the ring and see just how strong this Iron Arm is for myself! This will surely be a great match. What moves does he have up his sleeve?
Luca, are you ready to be crowned as the King of the Iron Arms?
Ha! I already am the King of the Iron Arms.
You sure are. Let's hit the road, King of the Iron Arms.
Look! Why didn't I think of you?
What? Tiggertron is in an iron arm? You're so silly, Luca.
Just kidding! Since you're here, that must mean the independent contestant Iron Arm must be...
The two fighters in the ring right now are remarkably similar in many ways. The first contestant comes from Bellabog, Luca Strongarm. The other contestant is also from Bellabog, Sporog Iron Arm. These two contestants from Bellabog are each other's final hurdle before advancing to the Ringmaster's Challenge. Picture as a sense of humor. What if we look on the bright side? We can see that no matter who wins this match, Bellabog will have a representative qualified to challenge the Lawfu's Ringmaster.
I must apologize to you, Luca, for participating in the war dance anonymously and keeping you in the dark.
You don't believe I can win, so you came here to boost the chances of Team Bellabog winning the war dance, right?
This isn't about what I believe, Luca. This is a matter of calculation. Mathematically speaking, your chance of winning is low, but Belobog really needs this win. Thus, I entered the competition. This ensures that, regardless of who emerges victorious, Belobog will earn recognition.
This stings a little, but I get it. Pitch Dark Cook the Great, come clean. Did you know about this right from the start?
Sorry. Svarog said you would be sad if I told you the truth, so I kept it a secret.
What's next, Svarog? Is it Belobogian against Belobogian?
It seems there is no other choice.
I didn't manage to beat you previously. Mathematically speaking, I'm afraid I'll suffer the same fate this time.
Your calculation is erroneous, Luca. Mathematically speaking, your chance of winning is unknown. There is a variable that I have yet to ascertain, so it's impossible to draw any conclusions.
Variable?
Your improvement. I am an outdated robot. No matter how many pull-ups I do, it only wears down my joints. I will not grow stronger. However, you are different. With each experience, you will continue to grow stronger.
You might be right, but... Well, this is kind of embarrassing to say, but... I'm not sure if I've improved or not.
Hence my assessment. We should face each other here. Luca, you need to defeat me.
No problem, Svarog. Bring it on!
Again, I'd like to remind you that I won't make this easy for you. Please be careful.
Got it! Thanks for not holding back, Svarog!
Harmony and unison.
Coming in hot! In there, Luca!
Come on, Svarog! Don't lose! Come on, Luca! Don't lose!
What side are you on?
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! What's this?
According to my calculations, this is not the best you can do. Please treat this battle seriously.
Luca! Quickly use that move! He'll never see it coming!
Never hesitate! Oh, I get it! Yeah!
Luca officially neutralizes his opponent's attack. No doubt about it. Luca is the real deal.
Peace protocol terminated.
Fight to live! Awesome! Watch this! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! Watch this!
Luca has just the arena blaze with excitement.
White Tiger, less cards! Watch this!
Everyone is screaming for Luca.
Victory is inevitable!
We evaluating.
Svarog, don't give up! But I want you to win too, Luca!
I can't handle that girl.
Running out! Victory is inevitable!
Looks like Svarog's gearing up for an all-out attack.
Doors echo! Set the seeds of blaze! The fearless knows not fear! Yeah! Oh, I get it!
On the defensive. We do.
Keep calm and use your iron fist against your opponent. Do it for me!
Never hesitate! Too slow. Stop! That won't do. Forever. Running out! Victory is inevitable! Awesome!
Indomitable Luca never gives up. The fight continues. Luca, the fierce man. A glorious showdown between the two iron arms. I declare the winner of this match also earns the chance to challenge the ringmaster, Luca Strongarm!
Luca, do you hear the cheers?
Svarog, you didn't go easy on me, did you?
No, I didn't. You defeated me, fair and square. Get some rest. You're up against the ringmaster of the Lafu next.
Svarog, based on your calculations, do you think I can beat Yenching?
The result of my calculations holds no importance to you. You need to step into the ring and experience the battle yourself. That's what matters more to you.
Got it. I'll do whatever it takes.
Luca's going to challenge Yenching soon. I should join him in the lounge to make sure he's ready.
Wow! A source just informed me that General Jing Yuan himself will be present for the upcoming Ringmasters Challenge.
Huh? The General is such a busy man. I can't believe he's coming to watch a nobody like me in action.
Mr. Luca, know your worth. You're far from being a nobody now. The most popular war dance contestant from another planet is challenging his disciple. Of course he has to be here.
This is so stressful. I can't embarrass Bellabog in front of General Jing Yuan. I feel like my heart is about to burst out of my throat.
Being too nervous might affect your performance. How about a bottle of Sweet Dream soda?
Right! I shouldn't drink that.
How about this? Let's go watch someone else's match, shall we? According to the schedule, the current match is between Boot Hill and Yenching.
Oh? That sounds interesting.
Let's go! You need some fresh air! Being cooped up here in the lounge will only make you more nervous.
Let's get moving. We might miss the match if we wait any longer.
Woo! What an intense battle! If I had hands that could sweat, they'd be drenched by now. Still, I wonder why Mr. Boothill suddenly decided to holster his gun and forfeit the match. Was he intimidated by Yenshing's swords? Or was he forced to leave because he's wanted by the IPC? Regardless, I hereby declare the winner of the match, the Luofu's Ringmaster, Yenshing!
Oh, we're too late. Looks like we'll have to catch the replay later on.
Oh, son of a fudge. That boy is strong. Well, I'll be hornswoggled. You all come to see my match. Oh, too bad. Those little IPC fudglings are on my tail. I gotta hightail it out of here. I gotta say, your original iron arm looks good. But you know, no matter how tight the schedule, there's always room for a goodbye. Before I head out, let me buy you a cup of tea. Dew's Tea House in Arm Alley has some mighty fine fudging tea. Son of a wubba-boo, that isn't an issue at all. Boss Dew's Place also offers beverages suitable for all ages.
No way! You're wanted by the IPC. How can I trust you to take him out for tea?
Camera girl, I don't even mind that you're one of them little IPC fudglings. Yet here you are, acting all forking judgmental.
Trailblazer, Miss Carmella, please don't worry about me. I believe Boot Hill means no harm. Be back soon. Relax, I'm pretty self-disciplined. I usually don't even take drinks with sugar in them.
Mr. Boothill, welcome. Please, take a seat. Hey, isn't this the Lucas Strongarm that everyone's been talking about? It's a pleasure to have two distinguished guests here today. What can I get for you? Just let me know.
I'm fixing to leave the Luofu, so, give me a send-off with a cup of that single malt strong tea you only get on the Xianzhou. No need for the fancy stuff. Popper's blood will do just fine. As for him, he's about to face a tough battle, so fix him up a glass of hero spirit.
No problem. I'll be right back.
The vibe of this place is similar to Bellabog.
I'm glad you like it. I'm buying you drinks for two reasons. I want to apologize to you, that's the first. My intention was to test your resolve, but threatening a competitor with life and death was a bit over the line. I'm real sorry. If you drink this cup of tea, it means you forgive me, okay?
I learned a lot from that match against you, Mr. Boothill. Actually, I should be thanking you for that.
Okay, glad you ain't mad. Now, let's get to the second reason. I think you should pull out of the competition.
That's out of the question. I won't back down. Just like how I faced your gun last time.
I'm leaving not just because time's running out for me, but partly because of that ringmaster too. This kid's young, but he's got some serious skills. Facing him will take too long, and there's no guarantee of winning. It ain't worth getting caught by those forking IPC hounds over a competition. You're different. You always have the choice to leave. The whole cosmos knows about you and Belobog now, so you've already achieved your goal. No one will blame you if you withdraw now. But if you step into the ring, you'll be crushed. You get what I'm saying?
I understand. But I'm still gonna step into the ring and throw a punch. Win or lose, the outcome isn't the only thing that matters.
I'm impressed, kid.
Oh, you're testing my resolve again! I almost fell for your trap.
Dog my whoa boots, you're forking sharp, boy. You remind me of a friend. A girl called Rappa. She's set in her own ways, just like you.
Is she as weak as me?
Well, can you crush a star with your bare hands?
Can she?
She can't, but she always insists that she can.
That's ridiculous.
But holy forkaroni, she's really strong.
It's getting late. The match with Yenqing is starting soon. I wonder if Luca's back. Let's see whether he's in the lounge.
Can't believe the match is about to start. Feel as though I'm having a dream.
Stay calm, Luca. Just treat this like any other regular point-based tournament. Right! Regardless of how the Ringmaster's challenge transpires, you're already a superstar!
That's exactly what makes me feel like I'm dreaming. In fact, the biggest takeaway from this trip to the Luofu is that it made me realize something. I don't fight to gain or prove anything. I don't even do this for the sake of winning. Whenever I throw my punches, I feel like I'm the happiest man in the cosmos. That's the only reason I'm doing this.
Even though I don't fully understand it, I'm still pleased to witness your growth.
Well, it's time for you to get ready for the final battle. I can't believe it took me so long to realize that Gepard, Argenti, Boothill, Svarog, and Mr. Tail were all trying to tell me the same thing. Oh, does this mean I've got one foot in the realm of the strong now? Maybe it's the mentality.
Luca, are you ready to challenge Yenqing?
I've been ready for a long...
Wow! I'm not even ready yet.
Hi, Mr. Luca. We meet again.
How is this possible? You're Lung Feng.
Sorry for not revealing my name previously. I'm the LaFu's ringmaster, Yanqing. Mr. Luca, I've had my eye on you these past few days. You weren't aware, but I was in the crowd watching all your matches. I must say, you're a formidable warrior. You're resilient, sharp, and strong. What's even more impressive is your resolve. Every punch you throw shows a courage that doesn't care about winning or losing. That has left a deep impression on me. I've heard about what happened to your planet, so I understand how you need this win. Just one more step, and you'll take Belobog's name into the history books with you. But as the LaFu ringmaster, there are things I must uphold.
I don't have a stirring pre-battle speech, Yanqing. Thanks for giving me directions when I was lost. Many have done the same thing for me these last few days. And it's thanks to all of you that I'm here now. Do you still remember the lofty aspirations we yelled loudly at the sky? I, Luca, will be the winner! I will defeat Yanqing!
All eyes are upon Luca Strongarm, who has finally arrived in front of Yanqing after overcoming numerous hurdles. Since the beginning of the war dance, the match between Luca and Yanqing has been the most anticipated one among the audience. Now, this highly awaited showdown is about to unfold before viewers across the cosmos. What will be the final result of this match? Let's watch and find out.
Anyone who qualifies for the Ringmaster's Challenge is a respectable warrior. You're a top-notch boxer, just like I'm a top-notch swordsman. The outcome of this match isn't going to change that.
Yanqing, I'll give it my all to defeat you.
Likewise.
Both fighters are ready. The final show begins now! Flying swords are swirling around the ring. How will Luca deal with them? Luca's knocked down Yanqing's sword. A flying start.
Time to cleanse the filth. Set the seas ablaze! Together as one.
Sword, heed me.
The road is not leaving any opening for Luca.
Keep calm and use your iron fist against your opponent.
Luca officially neutralizes his opponent's attack.
Everything in this world.
The indomitable Luca never gives up. The fight continues.
Human creations. Set the seas ablaze!
Luca pulls off another miracle with his bare hand. What a man!
Everything in this world is bleeding. Human creations. Until everything burns to ashes!
Luca's truly a magnificent warrior. Yanqing's starting to take this more seriously.
Sword, heed me. You're all in on it.
He's struggling to land a counter. Luca goes down.
Yeah.
Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
Time to cleanse the filth. Set the seas ablaze!
Come get me. Punish evil.
No matter.
On the defensive. The dude.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Fight to live!
Sword, heed me.
Shing's about to unleash his signature move. Luca, will you be able to take this?
Cut through the ranks. Cut through the ranks.
Your swords are so tough. My iron arm has gone kaput.
In this case, I'll stop using these swords. Let's decide who the winner is with our bare fists.
Yanqing, are you doing this out of sympathy? I don't need a victory like this, because I have no problem accepting defeat.
No, you aren't defeated. Can't you hear? Everyone's cheering for you, Luca! I think that in their minds, someone like you could never be considered defeated.
Such a moving battle!
Thanks, Yanqing. In a true fight, does losing even matter? Winning and losing are part of any match. But I gave it my all, and I did it! I kept throwing punches, punch after punch, until the very end. When I go back to Belobog, there will be another fight waiting for me in the future, and many more battles to come. Archie, I tried my best. Just like you. I won.
So Luca takes his defeat in stride. The audience's passion stays strong. Their constant applause is a salute to this resilient Belobogian fighter. In my view, there is no winner or loser in this match. At this moment, the admiration both sides have for each other and the audience's enthusiasm speaks for itself. This is an unprecedented match that goes beyond winning and losing. Stop putting the camera at me. Focus on them two kids.
I didn't expect my war dance journey would end in this way. I've never felt so at ease. I think it's time to pack up my things and head home with Lynx and the others.
Sorry for disturbing your rest, Mr. Luca. General Jing Yuan would like to meet you. Please, make your way to the seat of Divine Foresight.
Me? But I lost the match. Is the General really interested in meeting defeated contestants too?
As a Skyfaring Commission staff member, I'm afraid I don't have the answer to that question.
Hello, Luca from Bellabog. It is a pleasure to meet you.
General Jingyuan, it's my honor to meet you. But I'm not quite sure why you summoned me here to the seat of divine foresight.
Because of that exciting match earlier. And also because you're the second War Dance contestant from Yorilo in the past 700 years.
Do you mean... have you by any chance heard of Igor Haft?
Igor. What a nostalgic name. I know him, but... Actually, I should say I will always remember him. You and he are two of a kind.
General, do you know about Igor's experience on the Xianzhou? In our hometown, many of us have heard of Igor Haft's heroic tale, but we don't know what he really went through during his journey beyond the sky. Please, you have to tell me his story.
That was over 700 years ago. At that time, I was young and also serving as the War Dance's ringmaster. Igor, a tall and red-haired boxer, appeared in the ring. Every swing of his fist felt like it carried the weight of an entire world. He had a peculiar habit after finishing a match. While turning down all the prizes and gifts, he would talk about his homeland's plight to the spectators, warning them of the Antimatter Legion's attacks as he sought help from those who were capable. Just like that, he conquered every opponent and finally stood before me, much like how you faced Yanqing. He threw his punches in silence, matching me blow for blow. But as the fight was nearing its end, he suddenly stopped and left the arena.
Igor, the Alliance leaders have listened to your tale and your homeland struggles. Many Cloud Knights feel sympathy for your situation.
Is there anything more than sympathy?
They are unable to send forces. We've received a warning signal from the Yaoqing, meaning a major conflict between the Xianzhou and the denizens of abundance is imminent.
I understand. Thank you, Jingyuan.
Where will you go next?
I'm headed home, because my home needs me. I thought I would surely find a way to rescue it. Or at least someone in this vast cosmos would hear my plea for help. But I was wrong. Yorilo 6's tragedy is insignificant. Disasters unfold in every corner of the universe. If not here, then there. If not today, then tomorrow. People have grown accustomed to the disappearance of insignificant stars in the sky. While I've been fighting here, my family and friends are bleeding to death because of the Antimatter Legion's invasion. With every fist I threw, their hopes dimmed a little more. It's time for me to go back now. If a child cannot fight to protect his mother when she needs it, what right does he have to call himself her son? See you again, Jingyuan. No. Considering my age, I don't think we will be seeing each other again.
I wish you victory, Igor.
You too, Jingyuan. If the opportunity arises, I'd love to fight you again. I'm coming back, Mother. I've come out on top in all my fights. But this time, victory is out of my reach.
The War Dance is held to foster friendships through combat arts. However, I was just a Cloud Knight lieutenant at that time, powerless to change anything. I couldn't even utter any words of solace as I watched his despondent silhouette grow smaller. And just like that, he left. Time flew by, and then, in the blink of an eye, 300 years had passed.
Pardon my interruption, General. What was the name of the world you just mentioned?
Let's send an invitation to that world called Eurilo 6 for the war dance this year. Hopefully, his descendants will respond.
General, the astral charts of the Skyfaring Commission indicate that this world has been destroyed. General?
Send an invitation. Even if it is just a wish that won't come true.
So, this is why we received that invitation?
Igor gifted me a keepsake before he left.
Is this?
We took this picture before we parted ways. Despite feeling crestfallen that day, he still kept a smile on his face. Now, I'd like to give something to his descendant in return for his gift. 700 years ago, I didn't have the chance to help his home. But it's still not too late for me to step in.
With the Everwinter Monument as our witness, I, the Supreme Guardian Branya Rand, hereby announce that the Xianzhou Lafu Belobog Mutual Trade Agreement is now in effect.
I've heard stories about Belobog, where the residents, in their most desperate times, steadfastly maintained the spirit of the preservation, resisting fate until the break of dawn. It wasn't until I stepped onto this land of heroes myself and felt the burn of the perpetual ice on my skin that I finally realized how solemn the belief of the preservation is and how great the people struggling there are. From today onward, the Xianzhou Lafu fights alongside you until the eternal freeze turns into the spring breeze and the frozen land melts into fertile fields.
My old friend, you once expressed your desire to be a long-life species. Because we had a longer lifespan, you thought we would have more time to grow, rectify mistakes, and change the future. You were wrong, Igor. The next punch is always what matters most. For our world, the future is what truly matters. We don't just appear out of nowhere. Each of us comes from the world that was there before we were born. People are like a giant tree, closely intertwined and ever-growing. People shape history. History creates heroes. Heroes inspire the future. And the future brings forth new people. My old friend, your call for help back then has been answered. Luca is the answer. He isn't just a boy. Instead, he's as ancient as your civilization. And he's the embodiment of Eurilo 6. I should have realized sooner. A civilization that can give rise to someone like you wouldn't be easily wiped out.
Mr. Depard, are you ready? I'm here to return that victory you lent me.
Perfect timing, Coach! Now that the war dance has ended and Luca has returned to Belobog, it's time for me to go. How am I going to afford that? Besides, Mr. Albert's been urging me to go back and write the next script of Keeping Up with Star Rail for him. Honestly speaking, these days of participating in the war dance with you have been the happiest of my life. Now that Luca is the hottest rising star in the whole cosmos, he'll definitely have lots of chances to participate in major tournaments in the future. When the time comes, I hope you'll still be his coach, and I'll still be in charge of covering your stories. By the way, this is the issue of the newspaper that features the showdown between Luca and Yanqing. I bought 100 copies. Oh no, it's getting late. I'm about to miss my star skiff. I should get going. I'll see you next time. Of course. It's just a matter of time before he becomes the most dazzling champion in the cosmos. I've got a knack for reading people.
have enough skills. Let's train some more.
Every star is a miracle.
An outdated.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
Come.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish rich.
War dance. There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yun Li to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hulei's escape, and we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship. Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hulei will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes. I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Fei Xiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borison abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borison were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Don Hung are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borison have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Xiao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Xiao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yun-Li, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Luofu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Luofu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hule's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Luofu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the two of you here.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yanqing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Luofu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Luofu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the Little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Borisin infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I, and the 2 behind me, will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But, General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borisin. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Luofu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Luofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence. Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds. According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borisin in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borisin to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady supply of the medicine within the Luofu. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hulei.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Ling Sha. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hulei is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hulei united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly push the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hule appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hule with her Frostblade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lin Shao. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Until everything burns to ashes! Converge and awaken! Yeah. Set the seas aflame! Fight to live!
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyframe Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Linshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. And so the Borisin kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Miss Linshaw.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linshaw. Allow me to explain it to you.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borison. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borison biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borison are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borison attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out! This thing is still alive! Even after suffering such severe attacks?
Everything in this world, their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line.
Attack taking damage.
Until everything burns to ashes! Converge and awaken! Human creations! Put it together.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
Fight to live!
Be of your body and mind. Time to cleanse the filth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze! Together as one. Human creations! Yeah. Fight to live!
Shutting down.
You haven't answered my question about why Hulei was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hulei on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hulei's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech?
Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did, so...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yaoqing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borisin control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hulei was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hulei thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hulei and the Luofu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Luofu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Hulei and the Xianzhou Luofu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Luofu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou Alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Videodora, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dun Hung, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Videodora to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a Cauldron Master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor, and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But, let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, Both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borisin, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borisin need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borisin would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borisin and aid in Hulei's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingsha, I believe you understand the implications.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
As I said, I'm a healer.
But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy? But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue? You see Borisin as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou, but in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hulei!
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
Hulei. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue? The Borisin's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home, Lord Hulei? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Mock Talk, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief! She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book!
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality! And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yao Qing would take you to her ship during the LaFu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it!
Even if you managed to set Hule free, you'd have no way to escape.
We've already prepared our ships, and the Prophet's prediction will surely come true.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the LaFu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the LaFu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Chou, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub, Moktok?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
Just a little pre-hunt entertainment. Don't you want to run away? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape. Just as I suspected. He's testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Xiao personally lead a squad to capture Hule? For now, I'll do as he asked.
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to go? We need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start, and the sky... Keep what quiet? Come on. The Realm Keeping Commission? It's right up ahead. Look, I've got a business to run, so why don't you...
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and officials have been reassigned to assist in the war dance. If I can help you. Borisin? Here? Are you serious?
These Borisin are disguised as Foxians. Please warn the Cloud Knights immediately.
Will you please wait here for a while? I'll find a soldier.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Do you need my help? Could you please provide more details? What? Are you sure about that? Wait. I recognize you. You're the lost Yaoqing messenger. How are you here?
I was brought here by the Borisin. Please make sure to report this news.
All right. I'll call for reinforcements.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else. Can't you just stop asking? You're not one of us. But I smell a familiar scent on you.
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs.
Ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
back, Jiao.
Come and take a good look. Who are these people?
This Cloud Knight says there's official business that requires my cooperation.
What are you trying to do, Moktok? They have nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do? I told you to go to the port and check out the situation. But I remember, these people died because of you.
You want to prove to me that you hold everyone's lives in your hands, right, Hule?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports? They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. There's no escape from me, Jiao. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer. Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borison aren't supposed to live that long, or possess such regenerative abilities.
So, is that why the Xianzhou Yaoqing wanted to take me away? Oh, to some, I'm a hostage. But to others, I hold the secrets they desire. I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of Moonrage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Zhou? Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yao Qing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon. Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7... But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiao Zhou, I found you.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borisin?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Zhou, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. The hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Luofu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borisin we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner our prey.
Every star is a miracle!
a big hustle and bustle. But life's all about savoring the moment.
The future of Belobog shines bright.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the Star Skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borson wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area, so don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then, there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yenching. No, not at all. Actually, I'm here to address a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue?
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
Lieutenant Yenching and General Feixiao?
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Xianzhou Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Why are you still here?
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell how many more of your comrades are here. Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
Calibrating.
These dreams do come true.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Let the show begin!
Converge and awaken! Set the seas aflame! Fight to live!
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this! Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want. But I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. didn't catch my partner, he will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them. The word Borison was only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a Foxian who was born in one of the fallen territories. In their eyes, we're mere consumables. Cannon fodder used to slow down Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yao Cheng. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
Please, save me.
I want to live. Doctor!
Xiaoshu, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot! Hurry!
I see. How's the front line?
The Borison Beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body... it's like she was split open. Just like...
Oh, her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Xiaoshu?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now. I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Zhao Cho?
Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xianzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borison bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borisin bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borisin. Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borisin, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. With the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule, do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of Rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation, all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason. Witnessing your death with my own 2 eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance and a fully cured Feishao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. What a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect? With your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox. As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the War Dance will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisin dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin Pax, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's offspring. Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
But Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey. Come out and face me.
Chow Chow.
Milza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou Lafu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory!
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
As a representative of the Xianzhou Lafu, I will defeat all challengers.
That's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. If you could just keep your legs from shaking so much, it would be more convincing, March. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Lafu swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yanqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huaiyan.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Lafu shall all be taken by the Juming.
Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence?
March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me to get in the ring and prove myself. Let's go! Master Yun Li, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Let me see.
and Divine Sword descend.
Miss Yun Li, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yan Qing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
March 7th, a young beauty from the Astral Express. All right, when people ask you, you might as well tell them this loud and clear.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive, given the imminent danger you face. Miss Yun Li's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you, Miss March 7th. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is just up ahead.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe. Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall.
Want to be a mech pilot? Join the IPC.
Ah, shiny! Ooh, sparkly. So, this is the contestant hall. Wow, there are so many people! March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that? Waving around such a giant weapon, Master Yun Li favors using overwhelming force over strategy. You're not wrong. My battle style has always been simple and effective. One cut, and it's over. Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to drag the battle out. Why would you tell me your weakness? That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles. Know myself and know the enemy. Let's see, who should I ask first?
Taste the ocean. The Thalassa Way in Sumosu Fishing Society.
Ugh. I am not used to wearing clothes like this at all. Oh! You're March 7th! The stand-in for Lieutenant Yan Qing, correct?
That's right. And you are?
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host. Interesting.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. Since the competition is getting started, could I ask you some questions that are on my mind? Know yourself and know your enemy, right? If you accept my interview, you'll learn all about yourself. First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yanqing is not appearing in today's war dance. This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but I hear that Lieutenant Yanqing is seriously injured. Is this true? My apologies, this was very unprofessional of me. I see that Lieutenant Yanqing has his own affairs to tend to. Then, let us look forward to seeing a valiant performance from you, Miss March. Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular? March 7th, you are quite I mean, extremely self-assured. Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.